All right, we are live here and we're recording Life and Transitions Experts podcast. I'm here with my man Javon. I'm Courtney Rollins with Do REI Deals, Estate Pro Service. Essentially, I and Javon, we're real estate professionals, real estate really marketers that help find discounted properties. And the main way we do that is by focusing on. All right, we are live. Look at it. Told you live. By focusing on families and property owners who are experiencing some form of distress so that we can come in with a big heart, hopefully with intelligence in our head and taking actions with our hands to help them in that situation. And based on that support and help, we're able to trade speed, convenience, and solving their issues for a discounted price that then we can come back and there's a lot of things we can do once we have the property under contract. You know, they say in real estate, you're making money on the buy. So us setting this up in a great way so that either we can keep it and take it down for ourselves or assign it to another investor are some of the great things that's involved when you are able to source deals. And as I said, my man Javon, this dude is steeped in years of experience of being an inside sales associate, talking on the phone, evaluating people, making sure they're qualified. Because real quick, because the amount of people that we can actually serve is huge, even though the majority of people that have real estate aren't going to be served by us. So if 95% of the people out there want to go a more traditional route, if they do sell their property and they want their property at the purchase price they're asking for, there are ways we can help them and get them the price they want, you know, based on some creative financing. But the more traditional wholesale, the discounted price, that's a small percentage. And so we need to make sure they're qualified so that we are using our time efficiently and wisely because it can be a grind just calling. So we want to make sure we're calling the right folks. But that's enough babbling from me. Javon, what's going on with you, man?
Ain't nothing much. Great day. Gratitude to the universe for another day.
Amen. Keeps you closer to the source. So when we're talking about qualifying leads, share what's your role in this and give us a little bit of insight of how you do it.
Basically, when qualifying leads, what I basically do is after asking them a few questions as far as pertaining to what's their stress point as far as why they would want to sell their home. I mean, even if they sit there and say, hey, it's going to be a year from now, 6 months from now, what's your stress point? Mm-hmm. After I figure those things out, it's basically what I call a second voice. And my second voice is basically passing it along to someone who can actually close the deal. It's basically playing off of my strengths and off your partner's strength.
I could dig that. So when we're talking about qualifying, we do just like if you've gone to any other, done the YouTube University, you're qualifying folks. We're basically qualifying folks on 4 pillars, 4 criterias. We like to call it CPR time. Who did I get that from? Andy, something from Wholesale Nation. I forgot his name, but the Brent Daniels out there in the world, all the awesome folks who are really qualified at prospecting, calling folks. We'll talk about qualification, and it's based on basically 4 pillars: the condition of the property, the timeline. Well, the CPR, condition of the property. What does the P stand for? P. The R is the reason for selling, and their timeline. What am I talking? What's the P? Oh, I'm blanking out here. Condition, the timeline, and the reason they're selling. But what's the P? I'm always talking about the P. The purchase. Oh, the purchase price. The price.
Yeah, the purchase price.
Oh my goodness, I had a little Monday morning brain fog. But the price, and to be quite honest, the C, the P, and even the T are the least important. The R is the most important out of all those. The reason they're selling, the reason, what's their pain, what is their desire, what does that mean to them? We are emotional beings that justify our make decisions emotionally and rationalize it. That emotional decision. So the condition, the price, the reason for selling, and the time. Excuse me, I had a little blank there. Yep. And so that's what Javon's doing. He's getting all that together. If he gets 2, 3, 4 that bits of information, he knows it's ready for it to be handed off to me. Now, how do you indicate though, Javon? How do you know like this property or this lead is ready to be moved on to the next stage?
It's basically once I get the, as you stated, the information. Once I find out that this person's having a hard time, or let's say, for example, a guy that I just spoke with last week. He's going to be moving soon because he just found a new job, and he's what was it? He's going to be moving because he found a new job. Mm-hmm. So I mean, his stress point is I got a new job, so there's no point in me actually staying here. This job is a little further away, right. So now I know your reason of selling it, and next is my question of like, okay, now I need to find out how much are you looking to receive for this? So it's basically asking that question of, well, in the current condition that it's in, what do you believe the property is worth? Mm-hmm. I mean, and then from there, I normally get a number. Now, if I can normally get that number, then I know, okay, this person already has this mindset of I'm looking to sell. I've already thought about this already. Right. I've already had this thought already. Okay, well, no problem. Well, let me run this by my partner, and what we'll do our due diligence, figure out what we can actually do. And if anything, I myself or he will give you a call back, and we'll work from there. We'll tell you the next step.
Absolutely. So, folks, when you have an inside sales associate or a cold call or a VA, they may not be as, the experience that Javon has, but they're still, you can continue with the ongoing training, and still Javon continues to practice and train, and I do too as well, because we always can get better. But they don't, what I'm trying to say is, you don't need to get every single detail in that initial call. You just need to know that a hands raised says yes or maybe, and get some of those qualifiers, CPR time, and that's going to allow you to set up. Now, you may have a team that's ready to take it all the way down, but it really depends on how your team is set up. But I would highly recommend that, particularly if you have like a VA that maybe they're out of state and they don't have that cultural currency that you may have it because you're in the United States. There's just certain ways that we share and we talk that is more familiar to someone who's like, native to the US or has been immersed in this culture for so long that you may not get from a VA. And so, but again, be encouraged, because they don't need to close it all the way. They just need to have some information, raise a hand, yes, it's a qualified lead that I know I can speak, that they can move on to the next stage. Let me share my screen and share just a slide. Is that the right way to anchor us a little bit here? All right. So, and Javon said something earlier that is so powerful. When you're setting up the handoff, you have the opportunity to really edify the other person that's getting into the space. In other words, to set them up for success. And that's either by, saying, hey, my guy Courtney will call you back, or my guy Javon will call you back at this time. You're going to really like working with him, and he'll, just that. Or you could even go from the other side and make sure that you're shoulder to shoulder with that person. Say, hey, actually, what I mean by that is, it's not a good cop, bad cop, but it is hey, let's work together to see if we can get Courtney to agree to your price or this or that, so there's ways that you can connect with the lead to let them know they're going to be in the good hands, or that you all are working together to get their goal accomplished. So the handoff, when the leads hand off to another member, we're just trying to set up a time, an appointment for that person to speak to speak next, right? And here's something else I was saying: edify your teammate, be on the same team as your seller. Of course, we always want to establish the rules of the game. People love playing games if they know the rules. So set the expectation of rules. Hey, man, Courtney's going to give you a call back at 10 a.m. on tomorrow, or 2 o'clock today, or tomorrow morning, whatever the time. Make sure it's something that allows that person to be able to fulfill a commitment. Those tiny micro commitments build up and build cachet in that seller's mind, so that credibility is being established. All right. And then, of course, leaving detailed notes in whatever your customer relation management tool or system is. We use Resimply, and make sure that you're leaving detailed notes to help prepare that team member for the next call. If you're able to record your calls, awesome, because then you can go back, listen to the calls when you need it. I usually listen to the last 2 or 3 minutes, or try to bump it, because usually the last 2 or 3 minutes last minute really is the commitment that the person is fulfilling. But if you can, you listen to all of the whole call, awesome. But hopefully the notes are so detailed that you don't even that just as a bonus. All right. And so when I pick up the call, my job, what it looks like for me is, even though I have great detailed notes, I have all the information, I still follow our sales process. And I ask them, just like Pace Morby says, hey, catch me up to speed. I know you already spoke to Javon. I know he probably had to repeat a lot of information, but just catch me up on what's happening with the property, or what you're trying to accomplish. And that helps me slow myself down, listen, get the seller to speak and talk, and to again pull out those pain points, those desires, and help them make a connection to how that's impacting their life and what it means for them, and then to see if we have a tailored solution for them. The whole time, folks, this is just a side note. When we're working with folks, we need to be thinking, or hopefully you're thinking, that you're going for a awesome either referral or an awesome review. It says seek referral. They probably should say seek referral and review. So I'm thinking, man, if I'm really listening, I'm staying engaged, and I'm really serving that seller at a high level, then I'm able to ask them for that Google review or that other testimonial that's going to weigh so much for us when we put it on our websites or when we put it in our email links, because we do live in the age of social credibility. And also make sure that that energy is going to come across and translate, and hopefully secure more deals for you. Javon, just for us, we'll go over. We use Resimply, so we'll go into our customer relation management tools after we get off this live, to just make sure that to make sure that our task and our technical stuff is set up. But everyone out there, you need to make sure you have some tool or system so that you all can translate, and so that the leads can get transferred over and they're not left behind. Yeah. Any other thoughts or anything like that about the handoff?
No, I mean, everything that you just had on your PowerPoint, spot on.
Well, let's do this, man. Let's role play for folks and let them hear what it sounds like. I'll be the seller, and you be the buyer, if you don't mind. They see from a professional what it sounds like and what it looks like.
All right, cool.
All right. Let me think of my scenario. And all right, awesome.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good. Yep. What's up? Who's this?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Javon. I'm actually I'm not sure if I have the correct number, but I was actually calling to speak to the owner of 123 Main Street.
Yeah, that's my property.
All right, and again, my name is Javon. I'm with Do REI Deals. I'm actually giving you a call to see if that property is available for purchase.
Well, I was about to get it ready for listing, but find some realtor or something like that. But I mean, I just haven't really had as much time, but it should in a couple of months be not a couple, maybe I don't know, if I get my stuff together, maybe a month or two, I'll be able to go in there, clean it up, and put it on the market, or put it out there, or be ready to sell.
Okay. All right. Well, I would love to actually speak with you in regards to the property. I mean, speaking of time, is this a bad time that I'm catching you?
I got a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Now, as far as the property goes, I mean, how many beds and bathrooms do you have listed in that property?
Well, this is a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, man. It just got updated 2019. I had it updated, had a rehab in there, had a tenant in there for a couple of years, and then she pulled out and completely, just left the place in shambles. So the mechanics are still good. It's just going to I just need to get in there. The basement, I can't even get to the basement because she left so much stuff behind.
Oh,
But
wow.
HVAC, yeah, the HVAC and the AC and the electrical, all that stuff's good to go. It was updated. It's new floors, all that stuff. You just need to probably paint and haul out all the trash out of the basement.
Okay, that doesn't sound like much work at all. At all. Now,
Mhm.
when you had your tenant in place, I mean, how much were you getting per month for
Oh man,
renting?
I was undercharging. It was 13 a month, 1,300 a month. We're
Oh,
charging, but he
undercharging. I mean, so what is the base rate around there for rent in that area?
I think it's around, I think about, I know people getting 16, 1,700, maybe even more than that. Yeah, we definitely should have raised the rent.
Okay, 16, 1700. Okay. Now, what is it that's making you wait for another 2 months? I mean, is it because you want to go ahead and get the house
Man,
cleared out? What's
no,
going on?
I'm in North Carolina. I mean, I'm in North Carolina and I just haven't had time to get over there uh to haul it out. And you know, I know people probably gonna want the stuff cleared out, you know,
Okay,
somebody
well,
living there.
let me just say this. I mean, if I am willing to purchase. I am looking to purchase. However, I purchase as is. I mean, so with the trash and even with holes in the wall, I mean, that's fine with me. I purchase as is. Now, is there a good day that maybe you have a friend or a family member here in Baltimore that could possibly meet up, and I can actually see the property myself?
Oh man, I don't. I'm I might be able to get somebody. Maybe Mr. Robert. I got a guy who can probably show it to you if you really want to, you know, look at it. If you're taking it, I mean, if you're taking it as is, I'm not doing anything to it though. You know, like
Right, right. I want you to do another inch of work. I just want you to sit back,
all
and we'll go
right.
ahead and get the deal done. Now,
Well, how
let
about
me.
this? Just give me a call back tomorrow. Give me a call back a little later. I'm gonna call Mr. Robert and see if he's available. And give me a call back, and I'll see if we can set that up. Come back later tonight or tomorrow, and I should know if I can get the guy over there. I think he has the key, or I can get the key to him.
Okay, that's fine. Now, before I go ahead and hang up on the line, let me ask you, within the current condition that it's actually in, what do you believe that it's worth?
Well, it got appraised for 185. That was before the
Oh,
market went crazy. So
okay.
I'm sure it went up and may have gone down a little bit. So I'm sure around 185, 180. It's around what it's probably is.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. What I'll actually do is I will actually take these numbers over to my partner. We'll actually do our due diligence of as far as the properties is in the area. And what we'll do, myself or he would actually give you a call back maybe later today, sometime by the end of the week. We'll actually give you a call back. We'll actually speak to you about the property. And then it gives you time to go ahead and speak to Mr. Robert. Was that his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, give you a little bit of time to speak to Mr. Robin and see a good date for him, that we can actually meet up with him and actually see the property ourselves.
All right, sounds good, bro. All right, well, cool.
All right, and again, take down my name and number.
Mhm.
If you do have any further questions or anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. And I hope you have a great day. Okay.
All right, Fred, bless. All right, stop right there. Awesome, awesome. Y'all see why this dude's nice on here. Any, I know it may be harder to review while you're actually talking, but do you have any thoughts or any points to review or things you like did well or would improve on either one?
Um, Honestly, I can't even think right now.
Hey, bro. Well, I was taking notes, man. So I really love the hesitation that you know, you disrupt the pattern that the people are used to. You know, when sell or somebody calls. You know, we get a lot of calls, folks, and that I'm not sure if I have the right number. Just it just gives it a nice little like it throws off the hey, this is John. I'm looking for John here, and can I tell you about your extended warranty? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really like that, Javon. Then you ask him, giving permission for me to say no. Is this a bad time? As opposed to giving me permission to say yes, makes me feel in control. I said no, it's a good time. No, it's actually a good time. So now it's open up for me to go and to talk. You obviously were doing great about getting the CPR time, asking about condition, price, and all that stuff. Um, eh, uh, I do think that when you went to the as is part, that was the right inclination. But for me, I would have asked him like, wow, I would have dug just a little bit more on the dang, this is how is that impacting, oh, this, you know, um, and as opposed to, hey, we can take it as is. What about just a flip of, well, what if we took it as is? Okay, so sounds like a lot of stuff in there. All right, that sounds like hassle. All right, I wonder if we take it as is, what would you be able to do? What price could you give if you took it as is? You know what I'm saying? So not like, yo, we buy it as is and we can do that. But what if we took it as is? That way it becomes a negotiating flip as opposed to, hey, this is something they already do. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that was
Next
awesome.
question: what if I take as is? What if I
Yeah,
take
what
the
if we take it
property
as
as is?
All right, I'm gonna check and see. All right, well, all right, let me make a note. So I'm gonna see if you can get Courtney to get you to take it as is. Because even though we
Okay.
take it as is, even though we no real estate commission, even though no closing
Mhm.
costs, that could be a all right, let me see if I can actually, because people
Work
like
that out for
buy.
you. Make
Yeah,
it seem like it's more of a deal for them.
exactly. Because people, that buyer's remorse, that they want to feel the struggle. I mean, psychologically, they want to feel like they bought it as opposed to was sold.
Right.
All right. You got time for me to do
Yeah.
it? All right,
Yeah.
perfect. All right, we'll set a timer because I got 11:30. But all right, here we go. I'm gonna ring you in and try to do a handoff to Javon. All right, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Javon, this is Courtney. I was calling you back about a property I think you own over at 234 Main Street. I'm trying to buy in the area and I'm just calling to see. We're trying to see if you're interested in selling at the time.
Yeah, I'll be looking to sell. How'd you get my information?
From public records, we're looking at properties in the area. We just put it in the public records, man. But yeah, I know I'm calling you out of the blue, man. I didn't even ask you. Is this a bad time though?
No, it's a good time. I got a few minutes.
Oh, great. Well, cool. Well, as I said, we're trying to buy in the area, and so like my job is to see if it's a property that fits our criteria and get a little more information. It usually takes about 4 or 5 minutes to ask a few questions. And also, we base the property our price off the condition, the market value, in your situation. So, I guess what can you tell me about the condition of the property?
It's in decent condition. It was actually renovated in 2012. However, we've had 3 tenants in the property since. I mean, so it's a little outdated, but however, it's still kind of rent ready.
Okay.
We have 4 beds, 2 baths. Basement is basement needs work. The entire basement is undone.
Basement undone.
Yep.
All right. Wow, 3 tenants since 2012. How's that working out? So are you guys sounds like you guys are landlords?
Yeah.
All right. Why not just keep it and continue to be a landlord?
Seeing that the property value in that area possibly may drop within a few years, and we're looking at possibly purchasing a new property. We figured that we could let this one go and purchase one in a better area.
Ah, got you. Okay, so you may take these funds and find a new spot. Have you picked out the area you're thinking about yet?
Not as of yet.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right, cool. We got to chat because I always sound like we're in the same field, and I do any property that we don't take down ourselves, we sometimes assign them to other investors, so we can talk about that in the future if that's all right with you.
That sounds good.
Yeah, property. All right, so I guess you said the property value. What are you thinking about as far as your timeline for moving forward? I mean, if you need to find another property first, or what's your timeline?
No, I can just go ahead and get rid of this one and then take time to go find a new property.
Okay. All right. Definitely got to check. We got to holler, man, because there's this. Have you heard of what's it? The 1031 exchange? Is it 1031, 1032 exchange?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Oh man, I gotta holler at you about that. I don't want to talk over your head, but it's a way that you can actually maybe save some taxes if you're selling this property and you have another property lined up. But what I'll do is I'll just share this information with my team member, and he'll talk to you about some of the strategies or some options that may work. They may not even be working with us, but they may just work for you. That might be helpful for you and your what you're trying to do over there. But I'll send it over to you. How about this then? Are you free tomorrow at like 10 a.m. or between 10 and 10:30 to speak with my team member Javon?
I can do tomorrow at 12:30.
12:30. All right, let me check his calendar. 12:30. Let's see. Oh, okay. It looks like he has. Okay, it looks like he has an opening right there at 12:30. I'll put that on the calendar, and Devon will call you back at 12:30 tomorrow just to get the next step. Oh, I didn't mean to ask you, but what were you looking for as far as price? What were you hoping to get?
I'm believing I can probably get around 70K.
70. I got you, 70. And is there any wiggle room on that or any room for moving, negotiating?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay. Okay. All right. I feel like I was gonna ask you something else, man, but if I don't get it, Javon's gonna definitely be in the right place and ask you the right questions and see if we're the right fit. All right. Is this the best thing for him to call you back?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, I'll have him call you back at this number right here. And feel free to just text us or call us if between now and tomorrow you like decided this doesn't work for you as far as talking to us then, or if really if anything changed then.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
All
All
right.
right, brother. Peace. What notes you got?
I mean, everything was good. I mean, you hit every point that needed to be hit. I mean, you allowed me to talk. You listened to every word that was actually said. I mean, you even said some of the things back to me just to let me know that you were actually listening. You paying points. You knew exactly what was actually going on, and I mean that was good. I have nothing to say.
I was trying to mirror. I was trying to do what's that brother name? Chris Voss, where he just says the last three words that a person says. It really helps them feel you listening, and you are listening, really. So
Right.
I think I could have. I do like how I gave a specific time, but I maybe should have said like tomorrow morning to give you more angle of time. But at least I can at least tell you beforehand that's the time you're supposed to call them if it's clear on your calendar. I may have started going in too much with that 1031 exchange, but
actually, I think that was pretty good. I mean, simply because of the fact that if it's something that nobody actually knows about, and you're actually able to show that you have the training or education in regards to those things, that makes people sit there and say, "Oh, well, this person can probably really help me out."
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I was definitely trying not to talk over the head with it. So, but yeah, all right, well, cool, brother. Well, man, Javon and folks out there in the YouTube live world, appreciate all of y'all. Hope you all find this type of stuff valuable. We're going to go ahead and head out of here. I still got tons of calls to make this morning, and Javon has tons to make too. But if y'all feel like, subscribe, leave a comment, feedback, and we would love to chat with you. If you want to be a guest on the Life and Transitions Expert podcast, hit me up, Courtney at stateproservice.com, or hit me up on any of the platforms here. We'd love to chat with you and help share what you're doing. All right, Devon, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just sign completely off, brother. Unless you got anything else you want to share or add.
No, that's it, man. If I got anything, I hit you.
Awesome. That's what's up. And I'll text you the information we're talking about as far as tasks on ReSimply a little later on. All right, my brother. Peace and blessings, man. Rising tides.